What's your first outfit? Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. Mm-hmm. You've got all the outfits planned out. Looking epic. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty cute. Yeah. Such a character. Uh, nah, it doesn't really. Ozzy's just trolling. Omale Jacob. Yeah, the evil eyes. I'm gonna finish this game right here.
Oh no, Mix! There's no way out! What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on. Locked on target. I got tone.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Oak 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Oak 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Oak 19, do you copy?
Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Whoa!
Well done, Snake.
The MiGs disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
It's pretty recent. That was like the last update they did in middle of August, I think. Game data? No. Nice.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Open your heart and smile for me. You're not the only one afraid to fall in love. Dance with me again and walk this way.
Really? Why? Oh, no way. And become Pan Am. Block out the sound. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sleep after I finish this game.
Scholars
Oh,
tell us that
Elden
the
Ring.
first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, snake.
I miss you too, Iggy. What did you buy?
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all, I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry. The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The two NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The Philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the Philosophers. I'm an agent of the Philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the Philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live. Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
My goat. Ocelot. Mm-hmm.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true
patriot.
Hmm. Look at that. Would you look at that? Hee hee har. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, still watching a cutscene. Like a 30-minute cutscene, honestly. 35-minute cutscene.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Okay, so clear the game without killing anyone. Hee hee har. So I mean, sounds like Ocelot was, you know, part of America, but he's also playing for the Soviet side. But yep, he's a classic triple agent indeed. And then that lead me to even further believe that Ocelot is Big Boss's mother, because it sounds like he was inside of the US basically the whole time, and then he gets put out on like a mission to become a triple agent, but he's also doing it on his own things. I don't know. But I think Ocelot is related to Big Boss, but I don't know if they knew. And I'm muted inside the Discord. These MFs piss me off. Now I'm muted in the Discord, they can't hear anything. And then at the end of it, and when you're reading everything, it said that so like they got the philosophers. Yeah, they got the philosopher's legacy, so they were able to resurrect the Patriots, which I think is also known as the Lali Leli Lo. So, and Foxhound was kind of like the beginning. I don't know. I feel like that's like the organization right there. So it's Major Zero. And then hold on, who did you mention to me earlier? What were their names? Sigins is DARPA chief in Metal Gear Solid 3. So he's the guy that dies. And paramedic is Dr. Clark, who experimented on Gray Fox and made him crazy. Oh, I see. So the whole storyline right now then is Big Boss does this, and then he creates Volgin because he gets struck by lightning, and then he becomes the Man on Fire. And then it goes into episode 5. Then it goes into Ground Zeroes, where he rescues the lady with the bomb in her stomach. And then after he rescues the lady with the bomb in the stomach, the fucking helicopter blows up, and then the paramedic gets gaslit into believing that he's... Okay, I don't know at all what happens in number 3. But he gets gaslit into believing that he's Big Boss, and then Big Boss helps him escape from the Man on Fire in Psycho Mantis. Alright, yeah, I'll watch it or something on YouTube. Maybe they have like a all cutscenes or like a story mode or something, I don't know. And then Venom Snake builds up Diamond Dogs, which is also in Outer Heaven. And then in the first Metal Gear Solid game, the very first one, Solid Snake breaks into Outer Heaven and then kills Big Boss or Venom Snake. And then after that first game, okay. So I don't really remember what happened in Zanzibar, but I think it was just the. And then, so Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake kills Venom Snake. Then Metal Gear Solid 1, Solid Snake has infiltrated a base filled with his clones to defeat his lost brother that might have had all the recessive genes, but actually had all the stronger genes. And then actually had all the all the strong genes. He kills real big boss in 2. So he kills this big the one in number 3. Solid Snake kills him in number 2. Yeah, but he's not dead. Yeah, big boss. The guy is not dead, bro. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, but he's not dead. But oh, good thing it was a makeshift, bro. That shit was probably ass. It probably didn't fucking do anything to him, and he's probably fine. Alright. I'll emulate Peace Walker and Guns of the Patriots, and then I guess we'll see what happens to Big Boss in number 4. Make it in your faves. Okay, so the remake was kind of disappointing, and the only reason why was because it looked worse than Phantom Pain, and it also ran worse than the Phantom Pain. And that doesn't make any sense to me. How an older game that could look better and run better than a new game that's just a remake of an older game. So that kind of brings it down just a little bit. Yes. But I don't know, it's kind of a crazy origin story. I like the gameplay in this game. There's a lot of cool things that you haven't really seen in other games, like the whole healing system that they have where you can take out bullets with a knife and bandage yourself and shit. And then the camouflage system is pretty cool. I haven't really seen that in any other game. I like how many like little Easter eggs there are, like the silly snake, the Shukinoko. I think he's pretty goated. But I don't know. Honestly, it's probably better than the first and second one as far as like gameplay and stuff like that. I think second one probably has a better story. So I think I'll probably put it 2 is my number. So yeah, 2 is my number 1, and then this one, Snake Eater's my number 2. And then I think I like Phantom Pain as my 3rd. Yeah, I like the story at number 2. Story's most important, followed by gameplay, and then followed by graphics. So honestly, I would have put this game above number 2 if it looked better and ran better, because it's like low-key annoying when you're in like the middle of a boss fight getting 10 frames because there's so much shit going on. When I have like a perfectly fine computer that should be able to run this game at decent FPS, but yeah. And the characters in 2 I think are better, because you have Grey Fox, and then you have Ocelot becoming Liquid Snake. And then in this game you have Eva, and then you have the boss, and then you have the whole origin story for everything. And then you get Ocelot the goat, and then yeah. Oh yeah, my bad, he is in 1, huh? He's in the first one, what the heck? I thought he was in the second one. So you like all of them better than you like Vamp and all of them? Not even, it's not even that bad. That fan is a joke. Very unfortunate. But the story is just, this is so real. I mean, all the stories are pretty real, not gonna lie. I don't know how Konami does it. He's like a prophet for real. Needs to be given his own religion at this point. But yes, very, very good game. A stealth camo. Yeah, I mean, I actually get a lot of camos. Wait, why am I getting so many camos? Are these all the ones that I didn't unlock in the game? Unlock the mummy camo, grenade camo. Damn. I got some more gameplay for that game or whatever. The nightmare. Yeah. Actually got a couple titles for doing my playthrough. Why'd you say bro and then not say anything after? Such a good boy.
I wouldn't mind eating you. I'll be your eyes from now on. There's not a man alive I wouldn't mind eating you. I only get off my bike when I fall in love or fall dead.
Yes, of course, of course.
Do you hear me, Snake? I am
That guy's
sad.
whack.
An ocelot never lets his prey escape.
Kuwabara.
So in the fifth one, he's just fucking hunting down what he thinks is Big Boss, but it's actually
Ready
not,
for some
because he's so
more?
upset that he got burnt. And then fucking Psycho Mantis comes out of nowhere and be like, "Yeah, I fuck with this guy heavy." What the hell?
Someone in here.
Someone in here.
Hold on.
Yo, you're Snake, aren't you?
ARPANET. Use ARPANET.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think I kind of heard something about her online too, that she was kind of like the surrogate mom for the Snake brothers. I don't know if that was true or not though. But if you're saying she's an evil bitch who makes monsters, it's kind of not out of the realm of possibilities, I guess. All of you? What does that mean? Hey. What do you mean, all of you? What do you mean by this? Wait, before you go, does New Game Plus give you all the camos? Like that you've already collected and shit? Yes, and guns. It's actually insane. No wonder it's way easier to get. Well, only Patriot. You can get SAA. I bet if I chose the right one, it gave me the SAA, huh? But it's look-y kinda. I don't want to kill anyone. I'm a pacifist. Also, I gotta do the end part all over again for the Mosin. That thing's like low-key pretty broken in boss fights. I should have been using it more for the Fury and the Fear. Did you even get it after or before the Fear? I don't even remember. But alright, good night.